There's so much interest in the hair, and they lose the hair so fast in these countries without using the oil which they should use. They lose their hair very fast. Starting from the hair, the sastra. Then fashion means, what is this? These entrepreneurs, these stupid people are creating ideas, and then why should we follow them? I don't say that Sahajogis should all look alike, not at all. You can dress up the way you like. You can live the way you like. But you should not get yourself enslaved by any entrepreneurs. You are free people now. Know that very well. Know that you are absolutely free, and your freedom is absolutely in the light of your enlightenment. You can never do wrong. But first of all, have that confidence within yourself, that whatever you have to do, you are not going to enslave yourself to entrepreneurs, what people have to say, how you will look, how you will appear before. This is a very important point, that half of the time we are laboring just to look like many others. It's very surprising how these entrepreneurs have befooled the Western people. In India it won't work. Won't work. Especially the Indian women. This in between came a mini sari. Came up to Bombay for about 4 or 5 days, I think disappeared. No Indian woman would wear a mini sari, finished. Nothing doing. Any sort of fashion now comes in India, doesn't stay. Because whatever clothes we have now in India is traditionally has been there, has been tested, and error and trial and error and trial, and we know now this is the best, now stop it. At certain age, you stop. This is the style that suits us the best. But anything goes on, the styles go on changing. And this is what you have to be very careful to see, that you do not take to stupid things which are being created by entrepreneurs, but to sensible things which are required for you. So one of the enslavement I feel is that you have to play into the hands of entrepreneurs. But a slavery is very deep and is so psychological. In so many ways, it is extremely hidden and so subtle that you cannot make it out. So in the introspection you find out what's gone wrong with you, how you are made this way, what's wrong in my own personality. It has come from all the surroundings and the way people have been putting ideas into my head. You should have your own ideas. You shouldn't worry what Plato said and what Socrates said and what this thing said. What do you think? After all, you are enlightened people. But then there is another psychological thing which is even the worst. And that, Mother, if we are very sure, then we are putting up our ego. They are so much afraid of their ego that as if after some time they will take off. The ego will bloat so much that will take off. This is another fear people have, that if we assert, all right, this is what I want, this is the right thing to do, then I'll get off, so I don't want to say such a thing. I have an ego. So with Sahaja Yoga also certain fears have crawled in. One of them is that, Mother, I should not have any ego. Now, what is the problem of ego? That also surprising despite all fear and everything. As a reaction to it, people have developed a kind of a protesting character. But again, these entrepreneurs have pampered your ego. Like in the morning, you ask the child, what will you have? Then child say, I'll have this. The mother has to run and get it. Or she must keep everything in the fridge. In India, that's not the case. Whatever is cooked in the house, you better have. If there is no salt, all right, without salt, come along. Otherwise, don't eat, doesn't matter. In any case, you will eat. So when the disciplining comes within yourself and you understand this, then you do not say, I desire only this, I desire only this. What you desire, you tell yourself. All right, you will not have it for 1 month, let's see. Once I must tell you about myself that little bit comfort grew upon me sometimes, I think. So we had a transfer, and my family was not with me at that time. We had only one small little bed where my husband slept, and I slept just on the bare cement in the. And next day I started getting the pain in the body. I said, all right. I slept on the cement for 1 month. On the cement you get pain, all right, sleep now. 1 month I said, I'm going to sleep on the cement. Then cement lost its power on me. Then might be the cement might be feeling the pain. So, that's what you have to do, is to master your mind. Now the problem only will come, what is the discretion, this ego will come up, mother. Because your ego, as I said, is developed by reactions, by protesting against things, and also by the pampering of the entrepreneurs. All right, whatever may be the reason, we are not going to psychoanalyze ourselves. But the fact is also we have an ego problem. Why? I have already told you that if a balloon is bloated many a times, it can easily be bloated. At the slightest air, it bloats. And that's why you are afraid that suddenly my ego might become so big that I may be like a balloon in the air somewhere moving. But how to get rid of this is to know that you are an enlightened soul. Respect yourself. Once you start respecting yourself, you will not fall into any traps of ego. Very simple. Respect yourself. You have to say, I am a Sahajogi. How can I behave like this? After all, I am a Sahajogi. A kind of a dignity that develops. And then you will start feeling shy of doing something that is stupid. Because ego makes you stupid, that's the point. Absolutely. So, now, if you develop this respect for yourself, I am a Sahajogi, so I can't behave like this. I am a Sahajogi. If you say like that to yourself, then you will be amazed that the dignity of a Sahajogi will definitely keep you down to earth. you will not get into the trap of your ego. So one side is the conditioning, another side is this ego. Simple thing is ego. That dignity has to be developed. You'll be surprised, among animals there are maryadas. Like a tiger won't behave like a snake, and snake won't behave like a tiger. So we are now Sahajogis. We are tigers among human beings. We are lions among human beings, the highest. We are the highest human beings. It's not necessary to have 10, medals on your body to show that you are something great. But you are Sahajogis. You are Mahayogis. So develop that respect. And you will be surprised, the humility will immediately will walk into humility. I have seen some Sahajogis sit like this, sometimes sit like this, sometimes if the left Vishuddhi is there, like this, right Vishuddhi is there, like this. But then you see yourself. Like a bridegroom has to dress up, and he remembers, I am the bridegroom. I cannot behave like other younger boys who will be there. I have to have my own personality. I am the bridegroom. I am going for my wedding. I cannot behave like all mother friends are there. You have to behave in a particular manner. So assume this. Still, we do not know that we are Sahajogis. Once we know we are Sahajogis, that dignity will develop within us, and with that dignity you will be amazed. You will also see what is wrong in your own country, what is indignified. Now, with whatever has happened in France, you can find out what's wrong with French laws. But French are more interested in drinking and eating